Hello, hi guys. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Vaibhav Rathi. I'm ex-consultant from Deloitte USI and currently a first year student at IIM Tiruchirappalli. And today's video is going to be a focus video on how you can plan better and prepare better and boost your performance when it comes to your CAT and SAT preparation. Last year when I gave my CAT examination, I was a working professional and I had my limitations, challenges as well while preparing. But there were some focused things which I did which not only boosted my performance but eventually helped me to crack many of the IIMs, and currently I'm studying at IIM Trichy, which was one of my dream colleges at that point of time. So while focusing on the CAT preparation plan, there is few things which I would like to ask you first, and these questions are not going to be in the sense to demotivate you or anything, but these are some focused questions which I want to ask you, because if you are a serious aspirant, you should answer these. Maybe take a pen and paper and write down where you are. The first question I would like to ask you is where you are in your CAT preparation journey. Have you completed your syllabus or not? Are you giving enough mocks or not? And if you're giving mocks, are you really analyzing them? And again, this can come from the fear of scoring low marks in the mocks as well. Again, I'm not coming from point of view where I want to just demotivate you, but these questions are very important, and your self-awareness and self-assessment when it comes to the CAT or SAT preparation is very important, because you are going to be sitting there with lakhs of students who are focusing on this CAT preparation journey, especially with the AI boom that is coming up. People are still focusing on their higher education, how they can skill themselves better, so that when layoffs or technical job roles are diminishing in the time to come, they have certain aspects of the career to look forward to, maybe in the functional roles as well. So your competition is only going to be increasing, especially this year and next year to come. So based on that, I would really like you to do that self-assessment and then watch this video. Now coming to the topic, when it comes to the syllabus part, what I believe or what I have seen through my journey is your syllabus will never be complete, not 100%. And especially like when you prepare, the focus should be that you are completing as much as of topics, at least 60 to 70%, which are there in quants by now. If you have done that, kudos to you, all the best. But at the same time, if you're still struggling with that, it's okay. You're also in the journey and you might be having your own challenges, but at the same time, make sure if you have not completed at least 70% of quant topics thoroughly, make sure that the important topics, like go through the CAT syllabus. You can find this information anywhere on Google. You just have to search that what are the most important or what are the recurring topics which are being asked. For example, arithmetic is not only the easiest topic compared to all the topics in quants, but it is also the most asked and most referred to topics in the CAT preparation plan. So make sure that at least the easy or doable topics are done from your end, and then maybe focus on your strengthened topics which you are good at. It could be geometry for someone, it could be PNC for someone, it could be probability and statistics for someone, but make sure that your 60 to 70% of quant syllabus is done. By syllabus being done, I mean at least you should have done level 1, level 2 kind of questions for these particular chapters, at least at minimum. And when you're done with that, then comes your DILR and English preparation. Now when you're doing that DILR or RC preparation when it comes to English, again, there is no set syllabus, so and hence it won't be 100% complete regardless of whatever you do. But you should be focusing on such action plan that every day you are at least solving 2 to 3 RCs and 2 to 3 good DILR quality sets. Now if you're a person who's preparing full time, obviously you're gonna take time out and you should solve more. But if you're a working professional, bare minimum would be to do 2 RCs, 2 quality DILR sets every day, and if not every day, at least alternate days, because this preparation is going to go a long way. And if you, let's say you don't have time to find resources, and if you can't do that, that's the second point which I wanted to touch upon. When you give your mocks, you have two kinds of tests. One could be the sectional tests, one could be the full-time preparation or the 2-hour preparation test which we actually give, which are like real CAT mocks. Now for preparation, I would recommend you, like I used to follow time CAT series. But if you don't want to go for time test series, IMS is also something which I've heard a lot about, that they are doing really good. And there are other channels as well. You can go for 2 IIMs, or you can go for Career Launcher and many other coaching institutes for that matter. But I would say focus on any one institute, whichever you resonate with, whichever interfaces or anything you like about that institute, and then give focused mocks. Now, how do you divide your mocks is you should give at minimum 2 mocks every week. And when I say giving 2 mocks every week, that doesn't mean just sitting there for 2 hours and then not reflecting on it. No, it doesn't work that way. You need to ensure that after giving those mocks, you are analyzing them in the best possible way, finding out the problems which you were not able to do, and if those problems are falling into your strength category, category, maybe something which you would have done and you were not able to do at that point of time, then consider it as a red flag that you need to ensure that mistakes are not happening again. You cannot afford to lose marks on something which you are good at. So that's where analysis of mocks is very important. And again, mocks will also give you a clear picture as to things which you are not good at. For that particular thing, you need to again divide those things. Sorry, I'm sounding like a consultant who is bucketing all the problems, but then that's the flow you need to make, right? So when you're solving those questions which you're not good at, for example, for me, probability, statistics, even at times PNC were the hard questions which I was not able to do. So do not leave them completely, but mocks gives you a clear reflection as to what topics you are not good at. So for that, at least focus on the bare minimums, which could be formula, which could be the basic application, because see, even the CAT preparation governors or all the institutes, they know that not every student will be good at everything, because there are diverse set of students who are sitting for this examination. So you shouldn't be losing out on the basic or easy questions of the tough topics which are coming in exam just by the sheer fact that you are scared by those particular topics. I hope that makes sense to you. And when it comes to the mock preparation, like when you're giving those 2 hours mock, please ensure, like there are 2 types of mocks which you can give. Sometimes you get immediate result. I feel that is still a better thing to do, because many times when we used to give time mocks, and it used to have like 4 to 5 days windows where all of us were giving the examination, and then we used to get those results 1 or 2 days later on. So that gap, what it does is that breaks your flow, and many times you're not able to properly resonate with it, and then you're not going and checking your mocks properly. So for that, what I would advise you is give at minimum 2 mocks every week. 1 mock should be such that its results are self-assessed based, not ranking based, and the results are coming out directly when you're given that mock. Analyzing that mock then and there is super important, because that will only tell you your strengths, weaknesses and key areas to focus on. And for second mock, then you can maybe focus on the quality mock which are being assessed with the variety of students, because that is also important. You should know that how you are able to perform when given a competition is there, and how much people are focusing on the questions. Maybe there would be some questions which you are good at, and that you'll see only by the performance based on the numbers or data by other students. So what I'm trying to say is giving both type of mocks are equally important. So we have covered the syllabus part, then the sectional mocks and the full length mocks part. Now comes the number 4 thing. You should have this clear-cut agenda in your mind that your exam is not in November but it is in October. When you would think like that, you will push yourself more, and that is super important when it comes to CAT preparation. Now why I'm saying that is, once you're done with your preparation and syllabus by October, I would really advise you to focus on previous year questions when it comes to November. Like when I was preparing myself, there would be days where you'll not like to study at all. You would be demotivated, and at that point of time you'll need to pick up the previous year questions, because when we give those mocks from the any institute for that matter, sometimes those mocks are really challenging and you will not be able to score good, and that will demotivate you. But at the same time, you should understand that these institutes are preparing you for very good high quality papers which can come in CAT. Now you all know, if you have been preparing well, and if you are going through the previous year papers, CAT 2023 was a super hard attempt paper, and people were like, literally people were not able to score well. Even the toppers who were scoring really good when it comes to mocks, they fumbled because of the level of paper which went in the CAT 2023. But at the same time, CAT 2024 paper, it was even on the easier side, and even then people were not able to score well, because they had this strategy from CAT 2023 that there would be a lot of negative marking involved, and hence they were going slow, and only to realize in DILR or maybe in Quants Section that they should have attempted more. Now how would you do that? How will you bridge that gap? That gap could only be bridged when you are actually attempting at least last 5 years of papers. And how would you do that? If you want a free resource, I have already made a video on it. You can watch that in my CAT preparation playlist, or for now I'll just say you that CrackU website already has, if you register there, it has free available last year preparation mocks which you can give in real time through interface. You can actually go and give it like a CAT real attempt, and then you can analyze on that. And when I say last 5 year papers, I mean all the 3 slots, like 5 into 3, 15 last year papers must be done. And that's why I'm telling you that you should be done with your syllabus by October, because in November, if you do and focus on PYQ, what you could do is then you focus on the PYQ previous year papers, and then on the evenings you work on the things which are not good at. So this would be the focused plan, ideal plan which I follow. And I would suggest you, if you are not having time, maybe you can reduce the number, but again focus on quality, not quantity. If you are a person who was like me last year, who was also a working professional, you might have a lot of deliverables at hand. So don't feel bad about it, because your work experience marks are also going to help you in the personal interview, and we'll talk more about that post CAT preparation. But at the time, let's say if you're not able to give 15 PYQ papers, at least 5 to 10 should be your target. Focus on the quality, and especially last 3 years are super important. That will give you the crux as to how preparation plan is going. And if not, even if you're not able to do or plan that very well, the minimum thing which you should focus on is go find last time. I think this year IIM Kohikode's is preparing the paper, right? At least go and check for IIM Kohikode's paper when they set the paper last time, and what did they focus on more, and find it real hand. Don't just hear about that from other people. Focus on yourself, because you'll not only be testing your preparation by then, you'll actually see that what are the topics which IIM Kohikode has been focusing on when they used to set their paper, and that will actually help you in the long run really a lot. Just going through my notes to see if something is remaining. How to deal with mock anxiety. So I'm planning to create a separate video as to how to take mocks, how to strategize them, and how to deal with anxiety. If you need that content, please let me know over the comment section. I'm happy to prepare that video. But for now, I'll only say this. When you score good marks in your mocks, let's say 98, 99 percentile plus consistently, kudos to you. I'm happy for you, but at the same time, don't be overconfident. I've seen a lot of friends who used to score a very good marks in mocks, but because of their sheer overconfidence, they stopped revising, and then their mocks and their percentile dropped over time, and then they were not able to do well in the later aspects of the CAT preparation. At the same time, I had friends who were scoring low when it comes to the mock preparation, because obviously many times they were not able to complete the syllabus, or they were not able to manage time effectively. But they never used to compare with other people, and this was my strategy as well. Your competition is with yourself. Do not beat yourself down if you are giving your 100% and then you are not able to score well. You giving your 100% is the most important thing. And if there are certain friends of yours who are scoring better than you, it's fine. In fact, congratulate them and go reach out to them and ask them what other things or what strategies they are implementing and doing better, instead of beating yourself down, because your competition is with yourself. And how you can actually practically implement is just simply create an Excel sheet, write the dates when you're giving the mocks, and what are your scores when it comes to the sectional percentiles, what are your marks based on the sections, and do the same for your overall percentile as well. And maybe in crisp bullet points, write down what were the important points where you're scoring well, and what are the important topics where you're not scoring well, and based on that compare that at least you are making some progress. For example, if you scored, let's say, 80 percentile in your first mock, whether are you able to score 85, 90 percentile after 1 month, and then consequently are you able to score well when it comes to 90, 95, 97, 98. This is the journey which you want to take. If you will suddenly focus on going from 80 to 98 or 99 percentile, it won't happen, and you'll beat yourself down. Or let's say if you maybe just prepare overnight for few days and then give that mock, and if you're able to score well, and let's say if you score 98 just after scoring 80 percentile, that will still not be a true reflection of your paper, because that would be an outlier score. What you need to focus on is the consistent steps, how consistently you are able to score in the mocks. Scoring 80, 99, then again 85 won't help you. But if you are consistently scoring, let's say 90, 95, 94, that is still a good score, because you know where you land at, you are stable in your performance, you are not trying too many strategies at the moment, and you know what is working out for you. That is another thing which you want to write it down, see it before giving every mock analysis. Attempt those mocks at least, like I told you about 2 mocks at minimum every week, right? At least one of those mocks should be with the mindset, at least on Saturday or Sunday, that it is your real CAT mock. Take it seriously, take accountability, mention it down. Maybe don't talk to your parents, don't talk to your friends about it if you're not comfortable, but talk to yourself. Write down where you are not able to perform well and reflect on it, because your self-assessment will only help you to score better. Your parents might not, your friends might not. This is what I feel based on my preparation. I could be wrong here as well, but what I want to highlight is your self-awareness will go a long way. I think I've hit upon all the points, and the last point which I wanted to say was let go. Now, what do I mean by let go? Many times when you're solving those mocks or any questions, any topics for that matter, I have an engineering background, so I used to get stuck at certain problems, and I used to give them a lot of time, and especially that used to happen in DILR, which used to be my strongest section. And what I was doing was, many times I used to just focus on one particular question, and because like obviously there was certain ego that why I'm not able to solve this. I have already invested 10 minutes, 15 minutes, so I should invest 2 minutes more, 5 minutes more. And that is a fallacy which ends up giving you bad scores when it comes to DILR. Trust me, let's say if you're good in when it comes to the English section and quant section, let's say you are scoring 95 plus percentile there, but if you're not scoring or clearing the sectional cutoff of DILR, you won't get calls from any IIMs. Maybe you'll get from IIM Rohtak, they don't have sectional cutoff, but at the same time, just getting one IIM call is not worth it, right? You are preparing so well, you're putting in your hard efforts in the preparation plan. So focusing on all the sections equally is really important. Letting go of the questions which you can't solve, again, that's why I told self-awareness, right? Be focused, as in like how much time you want to dedicate to each question, how are you going to tackle it. Let's say in 40 minutes or 45 minutes you need to solve 4 sets. You should realize that you shouldn't be giving 8 minutes or more than 8 minutes to any sets, because reading and selecting sets will also take time. And once you know ki, you have solved that set, let's say 70-80%, and you just need few or 2 or 3 more minutes to solve that is at least fine. But let's say if you haven't even explored other sets and here you have only solved only 50% of a set, that won't help you, right? So letting go is more important, because here we are giving competitive examination where performance is relative. We are not talking about the aspects where you have to score full marks to get the best of percentile, right? Understand what you are sitting for and then play the game according to the rules which you are sitting in with, right? I don't know how much I was able to create value to you today, but my focus was on based on my learnings which I did and the things which I used to do over the last few months in my last year's preparation. I hope it was helpful, and in the coming time I'm also be focusing on the NMAT preparation plan, how I scored NMAT 243 score, and I'm also going to focus on the ZAT preparation plan. But for now I'll only advise you to focus on CAT one step at a time, solve more mocks, and if you have any doubts or anything you would like me to make content on, please feel free to comment. It could be anything. It could be related to self-improvement channel or content as well, not just focusing on MBA and CAT. Feel free to comment, and you can also find my LinkedIn in the YouTube description as well. Feel free to reach out, and until then, please take care of your health as well. That is super important when it comes to this preparation plan, and take care. Have